I love studying people and learning from people. So when I discovered the Chinese basically save a bunch of money, I wanted to find out, how do these people save so much money?
The most stunning fact about the Chinese is that in China, the gross savings rate there is 45.9% as of December 2021.
Did you know that if an average American adopted Chinese savings habits, they could potentially save an additional $30,000 annually? Shocking, right? Despite earning significantly less on average than American households, Chinese families manage to save almost half of their income. If you've ever found yourself living paycheck to paycheck or struggling to put money aside, you might be wondering, how? Well, you're in for a treat. Today, we'll dive deep into the unique strategies ingrained in the Chinese way of life that have led to such phenomenal savings. Stick around. You might just learn techniques that could transform your financial habits forever.
Chinese civilization has gained prosperity of today after several thousand years of heritage, and monetary culture is one of the glow of Chinese civilization.
Alright, let's start our deep dive with probably the most crucial piece of the puzzle, the age-old culture of saving. As of 2020, while many of us here in the States were saving around 7.6% of our income, our friends in China, they were saving a staggering 37%. I mean, that's almost 5 times more than us. Can you imagine the difference that would make in your savings account? It's clear that there's more to this than just numbers. It's a profound reflection of cultural values and priorities. Now, I'm sure you've heard phrases like saving for a rainy day, right? Well, in China, that's not just a saying, it's a lifestyle. You see, Chinese culture, rich with the wisdom of Confucian teachings, places immense value on frugality. It's not just about being tight-fisted, but more about being smart and prepared for the uncertainties ahead. Think of it as financial mindfulness. They're always thinking a step ahead, asking, what if things go south tomorrow? On the flip side, we have the West, especially in the US, where the vibe is more, let's call it live in the moment. Which, don't get me wrong, has its perks. But when it comes to money, this might translate to a bit more spending and a bit less saving. And there are lessons we can borrow and adapt to our own lives. Stick around as we unravel more of these fascinating strategies. Alright, moving on to our next intriguing chapter, the multi-generational household. Get this, over 58% of young adults in China live with their parents, compared to just about 20% in the USA. That's more than half of China's youth enjoying the economic benefits of shared living. Now, imagine this. After college, instead of searching for your own apartment or moving in with one of your roommates, you head straight back to your parents' place. And no, it's not a back at square one situation. It's the norm. In China, it's common to have grandparents, parents, and children all under one roof, sharing daily life together. Now, some might think that's way too much family time. But here's the catch. This system isn't just about family bonding, which, by the way, is a bonus. It's about a practical financial strategy. Think about it. Shared expenses, utility bills, groceries, even rent or mortgages get split among more earners. The economic burden on any individual dramatically decreases. Beyond just the obvious savings, there's the value of shared responsibilities. Elderly grandparents might take care of the kids. Parents manage household chores, and everyone chips in, leading to less reliance on external services like childcare. This multi-generational model might not be everyone's cup of tea, but there's no denying its economic genius. Maybe it's time we rethink the way we live and the potential savings that are hidden right there in our family tree. Diving into our third chapter, let's discuss a simple yet profound distinction: needs versus wants. Sounds basic, right? But in practice, it's a game changer. In China, before splurging on that shiny new gadget or those trendy shoes, there's a moment of pause, a quick self-check. Do I really need this? Now, this doesn't mean they aren't indulging or treating themselves. It's more about intentional spending. It's choosing quality over quantity, investing in essentials, and cutting back on impulsive buys. While many of us might get swayed by flashy sales and fancy advertising, in China, there's more of a methodical approach to spending. Here's a fun experiment. Take a look around your room right now. How many things can you spot that you haven't used in months? Those purchases, that's where our money silently slips away. Now, imagine redirecting that money into savings or investments. Over a year, the difference could be jaw-dropping. So, while this might seem like a small mindset shift, its financial implications can be monumental. It's about making every dollar count, and maybe it's about time we all gave it a shot. Now, let's talk about bargaining. For many of us, bargaining might be something we try out during vacations and street markets. But in China, it's not just a skill, it's an everyday tool. Whether it's veggies from the local market, a new piece of tech, or even services, the first price is rarely the last. Now, you might wonder, isn't that awkward? Isn't that a bit too aggressive? But it's neither. It's a dance, an interaction where both parties find a middle ground. And here's the golden nugget. On average, you can shave off 10 to 30% from the initial asking price. Just think about the cumulative savings. But it's not just about the discounts. Bargaining strengthens a sense of value. It makes one evaluate the true worth of a product or service, ensuring you pay what it's genuinely worth. So, next time you're out shopping, maybe try a little haggling. Start small, have fun with it, and watch those savings pile up.
China going too far with its education, or perhaps should the rest of the world actually learn from China?
And now we're diving into a topic that's close to every Chinese family's hearts: education. In China, education isn't just about getting good grades or landing a decent job. It's seen as a critical investment for the future. You've probably heard stories of kids attending school for long hours followed by extra classes. It's rigorous, yes, but there's a grand vision behind it. Now think about it. Investing in top-notch education sets the stage for higher-paying job opportunities, more substantial financial security, and overall better prospects in the future. Instead of spending on immediate pleasures, many Chinese families channel their resources into educational endeavors. It's like planting a seed today and reaping the fruits for years to come. Fact alert: Chinese students consistently rank at the top in global education rankings, which often translates into higher earning potential later in life. And while the intense focus on education might seem overwhelming to some, there's no denying its long-term benefits. Maybe it's time we viewed education not just as a phase of life, but as a lifelong asset, paying dividends in the most unexpected ways. We're coming to our next point of discussion, and this is a biggie. While credit cards and monthly installments are pretty standard for many of us, in China, the mantra is different. Cash is king. Hear this. In 2020, a mere 21% of Chinese citizens had credit cards, compared to a whopping 83% of Americans. This significant disparity isn't just about credit availability. It's a conscious choice to avoid accumulating debt. There's a prevalent mindset to buy what you can afford now, rather than banking on future earnings. While credit cards offer convenience and perks, they also come with the temptation to spend beyond means. In China, a cash-centric approach reigns supreme, leading to a more mindful spending and fewer debt traps. By sticking to a live-within-your-means philosophy, Chinese households sidestep the pitfalls of hefty interest rates and financial burdens. There might be a lesson for all of us here: the power of living debt-free, or at least debt minimal. Imagine the peace of mind that comes with no monthly credit card bills haunting you. And now, we're unwrapping the Chinese approach to gifts. While many cultures revel in the surprise element of gifting, in China, there's a delightful pragmatism to it. Be it festivals, birthdays, or weddings, it's common to gift cash or practical items that hold genuine utility for the recipient. By gifting cash, they ensure the receiver gets exactly what they want or need, eliminating the chances of unwanted or duplicate gifts. It's efficient, thoughtful, and most importantly, economical. So the next time you're in a gift-giving dilemma, perhaps take a leaf out of the Chinese playbook. Opt for something practical. Or hey, good old cash is always in fashion. It might not have the surprise factor, but it ensures value with every exchange, making every cent count. The next way to save money from the Chinese is a treat for foodies. Now, here's some food for thought. According to a study, Chinese families spend about 30% of what an average American family does each year on eating out. Now imagine what you could do with those possible savings. In China, dining is an experience, often best enjoyed at home. Unlike the Western trend of frequently dining out, Chinese households predominantly focus on homemade meals, crafted with love and tradition. And here's the twist. It's not just about the bonding and rich flavors. It's a strategic savings move. Eating out, especially in metropolitan areas, can seriously dent your wallet. But when meals are made at home using fresh, seasonal, and local ingredients, not only is it healthier, but it's significantly cheaper. Plus, seasonal foods, being in abundance, tend to be priced lower, offering more nutritional bang for your buck. Maybe it's time we revisit our kitchen habits. How about trying out a new recipe this weekend? Not only does it add a skill to your repertoire, but it could lead to delicious savings in the long run. Jumping into the next strategy, we're exploring the field of do-it-yourself and repurposing. Hold on before you start thinking about complicated craft projects. In China, the art of DIY is more about practicality and extending the life of items than merely being a hobby. Broken chair? Fix it. Old clothes? Transform them. Instead of the immediate instinct to replace or discard, there's a focus on repair, reuse, and repurposing. This mindset not only promotes sustainability, but it also leads to significant cost savings over time. A fun fact to ponder, in several Chinese cities, there are community centers offering DIY repair workshops, encouraging this culture of self-reliance and resourcefulness. So, the next time something breaks or seems old, you might want to think like the Chinese and do it yourself. A touch up here, a tweak there, and voila! You've not only saved money, but also added a unique touch to your belongings. And now, let's talk about transportation. Did you know that in cities like Beijing and Shanghai, shared bikes are available at almost every corner, making them incredibly convenient and affordable? While owning a car is seen as a status symbol and a convenience in many Western countries, in China, there's a considerable tilt towards public transport and biking. Cities are equipped with extensive public transit networks, and the streets are often bustling with bicycles. The perks? Well, lower transportation costs for starters, no car payments, insurance, or gas expenses. Plus, it's an eco-friendly alternative. And let's not forget the health benefits of biking. If you are going to commute again, maybe you should think about taking the bus, the subway, or even a bike. It's green, it's healthy, and hey, your wallet will thank you. Alright, as we wrap up this enlightening journey through Chinese saving strategies, there's one thing that's clear. It's not just about pinching pennies or living frugally. It's a holistic lifestyle rooted in centuries of tradition, practicality, and forward thinking. Whether it's the emphasis on family, the art of thoughtful spending, or the sheer genius of everyday practicality, there's so much we can learn and adapt to our own contexts. Now, I'm not saying we should all move in with our grandparents or bargain at every store, but maybe adopting a few of these strategies could lead to more significant savings, better financial health, and even a richer understanding of our own values. It's been a fascinating ride exploring these techniques, and I hope you found some golden nuggets to take away. Remember, it's never too late to reshape your financial habits. So, inspired by today's insights, let's all take a step towards a more secure, savvy, and sustainable financial future. Thank you for joining me on this adventure. If you found value in this, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more exciting journeys ahead. Until next time, happy saving!